Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. For today's vlog, pag-usapan po natin yung 5 reasons why do people commit suicide. Number 1, mental illness. And for number 2, traumatic stress. Number 3, substance use and impulsivity. And for number 4, loss. And for number 5, hopelessness. It's difficult to imagine what led a friend, family member, or celebrity to commit suicide. There may have been no clear warning signs, and you may wonder what clues you might have missed. Often, many factors combine to lead a person to the decision to take their own life. For the first reason na nabanggit ko kanina sa introduction is mental illness. Most people make the decision to attempt suicide shortly before doing so impulsively rather than planning it out extensively. While there are many factors that can influence a person's decision to commit suicide, the most common one is severe depression. Depression can make people feel great emotional pain and loss of hope, making them unable to see another way to relieve the pain other than ending their own life. And for number 2 is traumatic stress. A person who has a traumatic experience, including childhood sexual abuse, rape, physical abuse, or war trauma, is a greater risk for suicide, even many years after the trauma. In a survey of nearly 6,000 US adults, nearly 22% of people who have been raped had attempted suicide at some point, while 23% who experienced physical assault. Being diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD or multiple incidents of traumas raises the risk even further. This is partly because depression is common after trauma and among those with PTSD, causing feelings of helplessness and hopelessness that can lead to suicide. And for number 3 na na-mention ko earlier, substance use and impulsivity. Drugs and alcohol can also influence a person who is feeling suicidal, making them more impulsive and likely to act upon their urges than you would be while sober. Substance and alcohol use can contribute to other reasons people commit suicide, such as the loss of jobs and relationships. The rates of substance use and alcohol use disorder are also higher among the people with depression and other psychological disorders. Put these together and for number 4, loss or fear of loss. A person may decide to take their own life when facing a loss or fear of a loss. These situations can include academic failure, being arrested or imprisoned, bullying, shaming or humiliation, including cyberbullying, financial problems, job loss, loss of friendships or family acceptance due to revealing your sexual orientation, loss of social status, and the last one is end of a close friendship or romantic relationship. And for number 5 is hopelessness. Hopelessness, either in the short term or as a longer lasting trait, has been found in many studies to contribute to the decision to commit suicide. The person may be facing a social or physical challenge and may see no way the situation can improve. When people feel they have lost all hope and don't feel able to change that, it can overshadow all of the good things in their life, making suicide seem like a viable option. While it might seem obvious to an outside observer that things will get better, people with depression may not be able to see this due to the pessimism and despair that go along with this illness. Chronic pain and terminal illnesses. If a person has chronic pain or illness with no hope of a cure or reprieve from suffering, suicide may seem like a way to regain dignity and control of their life. In some states, assisted suicide is legal for this very reason. According to a study in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, the following health conditions were associated with higher risk of suicide: asthma, back pain, brain injury, cancer, congestive heart failure, diabetes, epilepsy, HIV or AIDS, heart disease, high blood pressure, migraine, Parkinson's disease. Chronic pain can also bring on anxiety and depression, which can also increase your risk of suicide. According to research, people with chronic pain are 4 times more likely to have depression or anxiety than those who are in pain-free. O mga Corsetsys, may natutunan ba kayo? At kung nagustuhan niyo ang video ito, huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-comment, like, share, and subscribe at pindutin ang notification bell for more updates.